Well, and you had other TV shows that you were doing. You did The Love Boat, you did The Waltons, you did Little House on the Prairie, but
I was
ultimately
semi-regular on Everybody Hates Chris.
Well, that comes later.
Yeah,
that comes later.
Oh, but before that?
Yeah, no, before. I'm talking about everything that that's leading up to Diff'rent Strokes.
Got you.
You had a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I've done over at least 200 commercials. In fact, I did I remember, because of this milk commercial, I loved milk so much. And the milk commercial, and I drank so much milk. I think I drank like 3 gallons of milk. And I'm lactose intolerant because of that dang milk. I love milk. And I was like, oh man, this is the best, And, but what's crazy is, here's the craziest thing. I can drink milk in another country. Like in Europe, I can drink milk in Europe.
Is that where they have it, like in boxes, like
no,
paper boxes? You don't have to refrigerate it.
But people that are have gluten allergies can have gluten from Europe.
Oh, okay.
People who over here, because all the stuff they put in it, our bodies can't handle that. But over there, milk that comes out of that, I can drink it fine. I can have, I'm good with it.
Yep. Okay, so how did you get the role as Willis Jackson on Diff'rent Strokes?
I got the role from Fish. Okay, Barbara Brogliotti had saw me on Fish. Fish had got canceled. Not because it wasn't doing well in the ratings. It was a #1 show. It got canceled because at the time, A for Goda wanted more money. And at the time, they didn't care if the star wanted more money. Everything was producer ran. They own the exec producers. If they own the show, they own the show. So no one could tell them what to do with it, And that show got canceled. And as soon as that show got canceled, they realized that they tried Diff'rent Strokes at first with just Gary Coleman and Conrad Bain. And then they realized that Arnold needs a brother. They realized that. So she saw she got canceled. So they had to put around Gary Coleman people who already knew what they're doing in front of a live audience, people who could carry Gary. We had to carry Gary. That's why, the toughest job on a sitcom is being the setup man. The setup man has to be believable and has to be good at setting up for the people who want to throw the jokes at him.
Well, the concept of the show is very interesting. It was really unlike any show of that era. So you had this older man, Philip Drummond, whose wife died.
Yep.
And he had a housekeeper, black housekeeper, who had 2 kids.
Yep.
She dies.
Yep.
And he ends up adopting the kids.
Yep. Because she, on her deathbed, I guess he loved her that much. On her deathbed, she said, "Please take care of my children." And he decided to take care of us.
Okay. So now you have this older white man with these 2 young black kids, and he's got his daughter as well.
Oh, yeah.
Now, right now, it's not a big deal to do something like that. But back then, from what I understand, there was a lot of hate mail. I think the Ku Klux Klan was like sending you guys death threats.
We got hate mail from both sides. That's just how it was. They didn't want to see us hugging a white guy and saying, "Hey, we love you." They didn't want to see any of that. And the white people did not want us, hugging them, their people. So it was kind of like, we got it from both sides. But then eventually, a year, 2 years later, everyone fell in love with the show because they realized that it's just about love. It's just about, family, look, think about this. Vin Diesel has made a huge living off family. And in all of his movies, what do you say? Family. That's what it's about, family. And you could do well when things are about family.
Yeah. Well, what you could say is the star of the show, Gary Coleman.
Yep.
I mean, originally he wasn't supposed to be the star, right?
Well, no, he was always supposed to be the
He was always supposed to be the star?
Yeah. But the thing is that his lead was different than my lead. He was the star, but I had all the girls.
Okay.
So I was good with that.
Okay. And